Billy back here with Broship of the Nerds. It's been a little bit, but we had the Xbox Game Showcase here recently, and I'm going to talk to you about what I thought about some of the titles. And some of them I didn't have many thoughts on because they're not my style of game. While they may be intriguing for some, maybe I'm not as interested. And that's okay. We all have different games we like. So here are my honest thoughts on the showcase. I thought it was one of the best showcases ever done. I really thought there was just a lot of nonstop gameplay trailers. There wasn't a lot of talking. Phil Spencer spoke for a brief period. A few people spoke, but it was mostly trailer, world premiere, trailer. So between 2024 and 2025, we are getting a lot of games. Before I start, I will say right now I am playing Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. It has to be one of the best games I've played in a while. I really like the style of game and the fact that we're dealing with supernatural entities and a big mystery. And it's early times before all the fancy electricity and technology, which makes the game more intriguing. And it's by Don't Nod, who did the Life is Strange games, I believe, and they're incredible. So here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, going to be on Game Pass October 25th. Now, I myself am not the biggest Call of Duty player, but because it is free on Game Pass, I will check out the campaign and maybe even play with some friends, like for zombies. So because it's free, I've never actually purchased a Call of Duty. I'm willing to at least try it out. Then they showed a trailer for Doom: The Dark Ages. This looks great. I have not played the other ones, but this one looks really good. So I'm not going to say I'll play it, but I at least want to see some gameplay on YouTube. State of Decay 3 coming out on Game Pass. My buddy and I that were watching it as we were in a party chat, we both thought this looked incredible and we would love to play this as multiplayer. Trailer looked fun. It was kind of gloomy and dark, but it looks like my style of game, so I'm open to that. Then we saw a trailer for Dragon Age Veilguard. I said, oh, this was an HS. Holy shit game. So if I say HS, you know what it means. It means holy shit, not high school. So Dragon Age Veilguard comes out fall of 24. This game looks incredible. The graphics were great. I like the different classes you can have. I'm going to have to really look to decide what I want to be. But this one looks really fun. So yes, I will be playing this when it comes out. There's a few games that'll probably get me through the end of the year. This is one of them, if not into next year as well. And it's on, I believe it was on Game Pass as well. Starfield new DLC, Shattered Space announced. If you love it, great. I myself played some Starfield. I thought there were some fun aspects to it. I was doing a lot of the side quests. I do feel like it's kind of bland, even though it's very ambitious. So I will say for those who love it, play this, play the hell out of it, have fun. For those who don't, I'm not going to be negative on this game because there are a lot of good things. It just isn't for me. Fallout 76 update, play as a ghoul, that comes out June 12th. Expedition 33, 2025 Game Pass. This is one of the best games of the show. It shows the artist, like the painter, picks a number, and basically anybody of that age dies. So they have to stop it. I put HS next to this one. This one looks incredible. I am very intrigued. This is one of the best games of the show. The next one was South of Midnight, another HS. It comes out next year. And I like the southern feel. I like the art style. The gameplay looked really fun. At one point, the character actually flies up and it just looks intriguing. It looks my type of game, so this is one I will definitely play. Same thing with Expedition 33. Both are coming to Game Pass. I'm already paying for Game Pass, so why not play them? A new Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. This one looks fun. I have not played Metal Gear since one of the OG ones on PlayStation, but if you're a fan of this series, I think you'll like it. Sea of Thieves Season 13 announced. You can get to be a villain. And the first thought I had were the Descendants, rotten to the core. So it does tempt me to jump back in and start playing Sea of Thieves again. I thought this was a really well done trailer, and it's really cool with the new ship and everything. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, July 18th. I'm on the fence. There are some aspects of it that look great, but with all of these games being announced, it's going to be hard to pick and choose which ones I'm actually going to play. So if I can get caught up on some of this stuff, this is one I may get to. Age of Mythology Retold looks interesting. Need to know a little bit more before I make a decision. Perfect Dark, not a game series I've played, but this looks incredible. I love the trailer and the way things looked. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, October 8th of this year. I need to actually play Diablo 4 if I'm going to get into this one, but it looked really, looked really dark and good. Like it looks like it has a very good premise. So this one I may have to check out. Fable 2025 HS. I remember playing the Fable games and really enjoying the gameplay and the stories and everything and how much you could do. And I liked the little path that showed you where to go if you didn't want to explore and you wanted to just go on to the next mission. But even when you explored, you always knew where to go. So I'm really intrigued by this. The trailer was incredible. The art looks incredible. This is a definite must play for next year, so I need to get my game library caught up. Fragpunk 2025. I liked it until they said it was 5v5. I was hoping for more of a single player, but for those who are into PvP, which I guess I'm past that point, I just don't feel like I can be as competitive anymore. And I've always been more of a casual player as it is. So this is one I would like to watch, though. It looks intriguing. Winterboro, you play as a mouse. Looks like a fun game, especially if you want to show something different. Like my buddy that has kids, they would enjoy watching him play this, I think. Mixtape comes out in 2025. Definitely want to try it. It's like teenagers and living their best life, driving in cars, skating. The art looks really free. It looks like just a very free, laid back, fun game. That's what I want. Every now and then I'm in that mood to just listen to good music and play a chill game. And this looks like that kind of game where you can just sort of vibe. And yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a fun one, and that comes out next year on Game Pass. So I wrote try it. I'm going to try it and see what it is because once again, just the game, just the trailer, it looks like a really fun game. Then we had a Flight Simulator DLC. Now I have not played Flight Simulator, but I want to watch. This is one of those I want to watch. Like I actually want to start watching on YouTube and just like seeing different places that players travel to and seeing like how good it looks and everything because I've heard great things. Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road, June 18th of this year. Looks good. You know, I haven't played much of it, but it looks good. HS, the next one. Holy Life is Strange Double Exposure comes out October 29th, 2024. This will be a great way, a great game waiting for me when I get back from vacation. If it's on Game Pass or not, I don't care. I will absolutely buy. I think it's not on Game Pass. I will buy the big edition of this. If Telltale Games would have went more this route with more realism and where your decisions matter more, I think they would still be really popular. But Life is Strange to me got the formula right. Your decisions actually matter, and there's like bonus things like in previous games you had different moments where you had to time things to get the photo at the right time or find things. That was always really cool. So you get to play as Max Mayfield again, and this time your friend has died, but you somehow can go to an alternate timeline or parallel universe and she is still alive there and you have to find a way to save her in that timeline. Poor Max and having to try to save her friends slash lover in the first one and now in the second one. She just can't get a break. And I really am looking forward to this. This is one of those games that I'm definitely playing. It comes out this year. So right now between Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, The Life is Strange, and Dragon Guard, those three games right there should occupy me for the year. And then next year between South to Midnight, Fable, Mixtape, that should keep me going for a long time. So yeah, this was a good game. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This will be on Game Pass in 2024. This one looks fun. This is one of those maybes just because if I have time to get to it, right? Because mentally I kind of make a priority list of like what I want to play the most. And then sort of bring it down a little bit. So Indiana Jones definitely intriguing. Mecha Break comes out August of this year. I want to watch gameplay of this and everything online. Not a game I'll probably play, but unless friends want me to play or whatever. But I do want to watch it because it does look like it's worth playing or at least watching. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers 2025 in Japan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. And just for that reason, I want to check it out. It's going to be on Game Pass in 2025. Um, definitely want to check that one out. This might be one that it's really challenging. I'm not a Souls kind of player, so if it's like that, I may just watch more of this and watch someone else play it rather than play it myself, but I'm intrigued. Avowed HS. And this is the lower level of HS because while I'm like, holy, after seeing the trailer, it doesn't like the first trailer they had last year's game showcase, it looked better, and it could have just been the type they were like what videos they were picking. So I don't want to judge a book by its cover too early. I'm still intrigued by this one. This is still on the HS list, but at the bottom of that list. Whereas the top of that list is Life is Strange, Expedition 33, Fable, and South of Midnight, followed by Dragon Age. Um, looks good. Atomfall, want to see more about it. Comes out next year on Game Pass. Can't really judge too quick. It has some elements that look intriguing. Assassin's Creed Shadows, haven't really played them, but I'm open to eventually going back and maybe playing Valhalla. I've heard that one's fun. I've heard Black Flag is fun. I'm just not very good at the fast parkour. And there was one I played where there were some races, and I just was not quick enough to get it figured out. So that's the only reason I have not played more of this series. But Assassin's Creed looks good. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, September 5th of 2024. We saw a trailer last year, and this one looks good. It isn't the top of my list by any means, but it's one of those, if I have time for, I may check it out, as there are so many great games in this next year or two. I'm going to have to really get my time between watching movies and gaming and reading more balanced and have more of not really a schedule, but basically just allotting more time of my off time doing those things. And then they said, hey, we have one more before we go. It shows Marcus fighting and Dom saves him from falling. Gears E Day. This was HFS. Holy effing, holy flarkin'. The SpaghettiOs. Gears E Day looks amazing, and it's going to be on Game Pass. So originally, I thought we were seeing a Gears 6 trailer and Marcus, getting to maybe the end, but no, this is a prequel, and color me intrigued, guys, because this is one of those games you didn't know was in the works, but it's revealed that it is. So I am very excited for this. No date yet, but Gears E Day stole the show. It is at the top of the list for me of all the games because I want to play it, followed by Life is Strange as second, and everything else is in there. But there's so many good games. I will say this is probably the best show I can remember Xbox having for their showcase. And it was just nonstop trailer after trailer after trailer. And we still have other games not shown that are going to be on multiple consoles as well. Some of these will be. But the next Mass Effect. We haven't heard anything for that for a while. Borderlands 4. Those are two other games I'm looking forward to. So gaming, where I thought maybe I was going to be sort of preparing myself to get out of gaming or at least slow quite a bit. It's the opposite. It actually looks like I'm going to be picking up more time into gaming, which, like I said, I did play today. I started Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, and I could not put the controller down, so I had to force myself to turn off the game and go do something else. But I am highly looking forward to majority of those games. No idea what that noise was. Maybe the fridge, but for some reason it startled me. So if you saw me jump a little bit, you weren't imagining things. The games I would like to see, you're seeing two of them on my wall right there. I would love to see, actually three. I'd love to see a good witch game where you play as a witch and you sort of like you're a good witch or a bad witch. You pick, and you sort of like choose which way you go. I guess Hogwarts Legacy is kind of like that, but this would be more of like summoning and stuff like that. Stranger Things, I think, given the right angle, you could do one like Life is Strange with Stranger Things, or you could do like more of an open rules or action adventure with it, like the Tomb Raider games. I would love to see Stranger Things. And then behind me, Wednesday. I would love to see a game where you either play as Wednesday or you are a Nevermore student and you can pick what kind of, if you're a vampire, if you're a siren, if you're human, whatever you are. I would like you to be able to be a student in Nevermore and live the day to day life and not go through it as quick. That's the one thing I will say, and this is a little bit of a sidebar here, but whenever it came to Hogwarts Legacy, I wish there would have been more like day to day activities you could participate in, like going to the cafeteria, sitting down with your classmates, chatting, eating, that sort of thing. I'm hoping if we do get an Evermore game that it's really incredibly long, like the Dragon Age games where you could spend hundreds of hours interacting from day to day, and you could even set it up to where you choose when to go to the next day, so that you can just make a day as long as you want. Basically, I think that would be really incredible. That is on my wish list, a Nevermore game. So if anyone here is listening and you're in the gaming industry, propose that because I would love to see a Nevermore game. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Take care.